6 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Good evening, everybody. It's Mark Klein hanging out with you. This week's featured artist in the studio with us right now, Long Island's own JP Blues. How you doing, JP?
I'm good. Thanks for having us, Mark.
No stranger to this show. We've had you in here a few times over the years.
Yes, we have been.
You're 21 now.
21.
You've been doing your thing since you're in your early teens.
Yes.
And you got some interesting history we're going to touch on in a little bit. I say we reintroduce Long Island and all of the world to JP Blues immediately. Then we're going to come back and chat with you fine boys. What are we doing first, JP?
We're going to do original off a new CD. It's called Poor Little Rich Girl.
You good to go?
We're good.
Long Island Blues Warehouse, JP Blues.
Girl, stomping on proud shoes. Poor little rich girl who only sings the blues. Poor little rich girl, yeah, drives Mercedes-Benz. Poor little rich girl, got no Facebook friends. Well, you walk around and wonder what the world has done you wrong, while people steal your thunder. You superficial world. Oh, little rich girl, got your mansion on the beach. Girl, yeah, you got us out of reach. That's a shame, babe.
Oh, yeah. This week's featured artist, JP Blues. JP, nicely done, my man.
Thank you, man.
You've done this show with me a few times over the years, as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And for all intents and purposes, most of Long Island pretty much knows the JP story. I don't know if you're aware, but we've stretched the depths of our parameters a little bit. We're now doing this beautiful video thing at the infamous EKO Studios in Deer Park, New York. It's good to have you back.
Well, thank you.
We've got a whole new audience out there, so we need to remind people or share with people some history about you, with where you come from and what you're all about. Let's start with when you were a little guy, back in your early teens.
Yeah, actually started guitar when I was 11 years old.
You started at 11.
11.
Now, what made you decide that was the direction you were going to head into?
Drums kind of got boring.
Drums got boring.
No offense, Pat.
No offense to Pat, and your stepdad, Rich,
Yep.
had quite a collection of some beautiful vintage guitars.
Oh, yeah.
That grabbed your eye at that age.
Yep. I grew up with, like, having a studio, and I was spoiled, having 30 guitars in the room, and, you know, snuck down and was like, I'm playing this one, and I don't care what anyone says.
Now, at age 11, you're not playing, obviously. You're not doing what you're doing today.
No. I mean, I was, you know, I would put on my headphones to some Carlos Santana, Smooth.
At age 11?
Yeah. You know, some good stuff. But, you know, just strum away. And the first time I played guitar was actually, I was jamming to that song. And I was playing an acoustic, and I broke the string. I thought I broke the guitar, and I was, like, mortified. I went downstairs like, I'm so sorry. And they were like, what is your problem? But then that's when my stepfather, you know, sat me down and was like, look.
Had a little talk with you.
Yeah, he was like, look, you could play any of these guitars. He's like, but you have to learn it. You can't just, you know,
They're not
toy around with it.
They're not toys to be swinging at the walls and stuff.
Nah, but, you know, that happens sometimes.
Well,
you need to let it loose a little.
Well, when you got a little older and you learn how to handle the instruments. You know, he doesn't want you doing like Hendrix stuff and like lighting them on fire and smashing them into bits and throwing them into the imaginary audience.
The imaginary audience.
That came when you were 13 and 14, right?
Yeah. A couple years later.
I say we keep it moving, JP. Let's put you boys back to work. Let's jump into another song, and then we'll continue the JP journey. What are we doing next?
We're going to do another original called In the City.
You good to go?
We're good.
Pat Atkins, you good to go?
I'm good to go, my brother.
Well, if you'll count it off, I'm going to say this. Once again, on the Long Island Blues Warehouse, we are going to keep it moving with JP Blues.
It's a dark, long night in New York City, and I'm laying here on this bench, watching girls looking pretty. Well, I used to have a job, used to have a life, used to have a home and a real fine wife, but now I lay here like it's the end of my life in the city. The strummer on the corner plays his notes for $1. When the cop comes around, gives out tickets about every hour. Well, I don't have a coat, don't have a shoes, don't have a job. I got nothing to lose. Now I'm just laying here singing the blues in the city.
This week's featured artist, JP Blues. JP? Grabbing water. Nicely done, my man.
Thank you.
Is that fire water?
It is.
Little
That's
scotch.
why my mouth is burning.
Little scotch and soda?
Yeah.
Minus the soda?
Yeah.
Good. Well done, my man. Well
Thanks.
done. Let's talk about what you were doing in your teens. 15, 16, 17.
I don't remember. No, I'm just kidding.
It was like 2 days ago.
I know, right?
You don't remember.
I know.
Let's talk about what you, I mean, were you taking lessons at this point? Was your stepdad Rich working with you at this point?
Yeah. I pretty much, Rich kind of found my style and ran into a lot of local musicians.
Wait, he found your style or you found your style?
Well, kind of molded together. He turned
helped,
me onto a lot of artists.
He helped you develop that style that
yeah.
you've got down today.
Without a doubt. He showed me, going back earlier, he showed me Eric Clapton and he was showing me Muddy Waters and all this. And, I just studied the artists and that's how his style kind of molded. And then I met, local musicians like Sam Taylor and Phil Grande and Kerry Carney. And I had the honor of sitting in with all of them. And Sam kind of took me under his wing, did some touring up the East Coast with him. In Atlanta, and I think the first with him was upstate. And, that was a blessing, play with that guy.
We talked about Sam Taylor on this show from time to time. Let's remind people who Sam Taylor was. Unfortunately, he passed away a couple of years ago. Sam Taylor played guitar for Ike and Tina back in the 60s.
Yep.
He was the first guitar player, I believe, for Joey D and the Starlighters, if you remember the Peppermint Twist.
And gave Jimi Hendrix his first gig.
Do you know anything behind that story?
I know a little. I don't want to mix up the facts, but it's something like Jimmy James, I guess Jimi Hendrix, was coming out of the Army, and Sam had to leave that gig, and he suggested this guy, and then later became known as Jimi Hendrix. So that's it. That was his first gig.
His first gig. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. There's so much history behind Sam Taylor, and he kind of took you under his wing some years back and worked with you and fine-tuned you into the fine musician you are today.
Definitely showed me dynamics, soul. He had it all, that guy.
And then some.
Yeah.
And he's been all around the world. He's been in a bunch of movies, a bunch of B movies. I think he did something with the who played I Dream of Jeannie, Barbara Eden.
Yeah.
He did a movie with her. He did a movie with Lou Gossett Jr., if you can remember Lou Gossett Jr. I think he played a bad guy in one of the Iron Eagle movies.
That I don't
know. If you Google Sam Taylor, you'll see the whole history behind him, and he was just a great musician and a great person to know, and
a crazy golf player too.
For that matter. You've got a couple of stories about that as well, getting out on the golf course with him.
Yeah.
We'll get into that another time, I think. Let's do another one, JP.
All right.
Let's keep you boys busy, and let's take advantage of the time and do another tune. What are we doing next?
We're going to do a Government Mule tune.
Called?
Rockin' Horse.
Nice. You good to go, John Young? I haven't forgotten about you. Young, handsome John Young there on the bass, holding down the bottom end real well. Once again on the Long Island Blues Warehouse, we are going to keep it moving with JP Blues.
Microphone wouldn't be standing here today. Ever since I was a young boy, couldn't leave nothing alone. Always you're standing in my way. Up, down, anywhere, but in the middle. On the wagon, under the wheel again. It's a hot life, it's chaos, it's a man. Couldn't leave it alone. Boy, I'm living near the death of me. It's gonna lead me to around the grave. To die in a saddle must be my destiny. But to ride this rockin' horse must be grace, good clean fun.
This week's featured artist, JP Blues, 21-year-old JP Blues. Nicely done, JP. Thank you. I want to grab on the bass. If he'll head on up to his mic, Mr. John Young. How you doing, John Young?
I'm good. How are you?
It's good to see you, my man.
Good to see you too.
How long have you been playing with JP? Let's backtrack. Let's talk about when you guys
7 years.
School buddies?
Yeah.
You guys have same classes? You guys
No.
hang out in study hall? How'd you guys hook up?
That's a good question. I don't remember.
Can you give me a good answer?
It wasn't detention.
Detention?
It was middle school. I played drums. He played guitar. We found each other. I think probably lunch or something like that.
All right. So, how'd you guys come? Do you remember the first time you guys did a rehearsal together? Who approached who and said, "Let's play. Let's do something"?
I don't know. I'm good. I think John was just like known that he played guitar. You know what I mean? Like it was like John was the guitar player. He was the man.
Okay.
He was the kid in middle school.
So
you know?
how do you fall into that equation?
I don't remember. Do you remember?
It couldn't have been that long ago, John. You're 16, practically.
No.
Talent show.
Talent show. Yes.
John's a great drummer. Well, was and still is, and we had a talent show.
All right.
Talent
Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, we did the talent show, and I was playing drums. Yeah, and then I was playing the drum. We did the middle school talent show. I played the drums, and we did the high school talent show, and I played bass. Yeah. We won the high school, so that's why I stuck with bass.
Well, that makes sense. Are you involved in other projects other than JP? Have you been doing other things musically?
Yeah. I try to do as much as I can as far as bass goes, and play with as many people as possible. But I just started, been working with this Interscope artist for about a year and a half now. Probably about a year. And I play bass for him, but also it's kind of like his musical director. I help him a lot with like the producing and things like that. So.
All right, very cool. Do you remember the first time you picked up the bass?
Yeah, it was my sister's.
It was your sister's?
Yeah, I stole it.
You stole it? How old were you?
16.
All right.
16.
You grew into the passion early with it?
Yeah, well, like JP said, I played the drums, I played the sax. I still play the saxophone. I played the saxophone for like 12 years. I played the drums, so picking up the bass, it was just like tying those two things together.
All right.
Got the rhythm, got the notes, you know.
Nice story.
Thank you.
Tell it again.
I'd rather not.
We'll save that for another day. You're holding down the bottom end real well. John Young there on the bass. We thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pat Atkins.
That would be me.
How you doing, my man?
I'm doing real good, my friend. Very nice to see you again.
I had to get a quick hello into you. Let me get a quick handshake in here and say hi to you. We got a few things we need to discuss with you, which we're going to do shortly, but I had to get a quick hello in.
Beautiful.
So hello.
Hello, my brother.
And we'll come back and chat shortly, but let's keep the tunes moving, JP. Let's do something else. All right. After this next one that you're going to do right now, which is called what?
As the years go passing by, old blues song.
After this song,
we're going to take it down.
We're going to take it down a notch. That's my cue to grab some chairs for you boys, which I'll do at the end of this song. So let me say this. Once again on the Long Island Blues Warehouse, we are going to keep things moving with this week's featured artist, otherwise known as JP Blues.
1, 2, 3. There's nothing I can do if you leave me here to cry. There's nothing I can do if you leave me here to cry. Said my love will follow you as the years go passing by. I give you all I own. That's one thing thing you can't deny. I give you all I own. That's one thing you can't deny. Say my love, follow you as the years go passing by. I'm leaving it up to you. So long goodbye. I'm leaving it up to you. So long goodbye.
Nicely done, boys. Pat?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Pat Atkins on the drum kit.
That would be me, young man.
Good to see you, my man.
You too, brother. Thanks for having us once again.
Always a pleasure. Glad to have you guys a part of this new project we're doing at EKO, which you must, of course, check out at ekoproductions.com. Check out this new project we're doing with all these great videos of all these great bands around Long Island representing what we do and showing an amazing, just some incredible talent from this part of the world. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
A massive contributor to the Long Island scene in your own right.
I have been. Yes.
I want to talk about some history with you, Pat. Let's talk about when you began, the first time you got behind a kit and started doing your thing. Were you a little guy yourself?
No, actually, I didn't start playing drums till I was 20.
So you were 20?
Yeah, I was a singer before that.
You started as a vocalist.
That I started professionally at 6.
What,
as a singer.
What made you decide that was something you were going to do?
I wanted to contribute something more than just being a singer. You know, so I said, well, I dig the drums. And one day our drummer didn't show up to a rehearsal. I was in this 10-piece show band. And I went, I could do that. I think I could do that. And sat down and started playing because I had been playing like air drums since a kid anyway.
Pots and pans as well and things of that nature?
Yeah, my mother's wooden knitting needle things. And my dad worked at a radio station, and they were a conservative station. So we got all the rock and roll stuff. So I used to just sit there and play the Beach Boys, the Safaris, you know, Elvis Presley. And
what made you decide at age 20 that's when you were going to get serious with the kit?
I think because I thought it would be a great contribution to that band. We had a lead singer that would come up and do 2 shows, and I would walk off stage. And my voice was really needed as far as background vocals. I was taking a lot of the high parts. And I went, you know, let me try this, and I can contribute vocal and drums. And our drummer happened to be a great trumpet player and trombone player. There's a double for you. His name was Lauren.
Okay.
And he went out and contributed to the horn section. Now we got 3 horns instead of 2. And it just all worked like that.
You ain't kidding. It sure did, didn't it?
It really did.
I mean, you're
self-taught.
You're known in this part of the world as a great studio session guy. When guys doing big projects, you're one of the guys at the top of the list they look to call if you're available. You're one of the first guys they like to call to get on projects.
I'd like to think so.
Let's talk about a few highlights for you, some things you've done. You had the opportunity and pleasure to work with Johnny Winter.
Yes, I did.
How long ago?
You don't want to know how long ago. I'm going to show my age. 1975.
Not too bad. All right, not too bad. A little bit right before the bicentennial.
74, right, somewhere in there.
You had a nice little run with him.
Had a nice little run, short stint, but, you know, it was nice. About almost a year or so.
Gary U.S. Bonds.
Gary's why I came to New York in 1973. And I started with there, and then Gary connected me to all the other artists that became the backup band for Richard Nader and his whole rock and roll revival thing. So
very cool, very cool.
Then we met the Shirelles and this and that, and I hooked up with Chuck Berry, and I was his drummer for a while, and Little Richard.
Little Richard as well.
Yeah, for a number of years on and off, he would call.
Now, of those artists you just mentioned, those 4 guys right there, who would you like to go back to play with again if you had an opportunity? Who would be your least favorite guy to play with?
My least favorite?
Yeah, let's talk about
that's not a fair question.
That's kind of a loaded question.
That's totally a loaded question.
All right. Well, we'll stay away from that one.
Pick a dead guy.
Those 4 guys are still all alive, so we'll have to revisit that question down the road. We'll revisit. Pal. You do another project here on Long Island, very near and dear to my heart. Mark Eisman, Boss Tweed.
Boss Tweed.
18-piece band.
Well, that's just a horn section, bro.
It's like a Brian Setzer orchestra, but with blues.
18 horns and a 5-piece rhythm section.
We're looking to get in here sometime within the year. I'm looking forward to. You're always a part of that project as well?
Yes, I am.
What are some other things you do around Long Island?
Well, you know, did do Phil Grandy for quite a while.
The old guitar player for Joe Cocker.
That's right. Joe's an old guitar player. And I'm sort of like, you know, a hired gun right now.
A gun for hire.
I do have my dear to my heart project, the Bassinets, which is a family that we've been playing together for about 35 years. And we play all iconic rock and that. And, you know, whoever have me.
How long have you been working with JP Blues here?
JP and I have been together. Phil Grandy brought us together, actually. What's that, 4 years ago, JP?
Has it been 4 years?
About.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, about 4 years ago.
All right. You still stay in touch with him from time to time?
Phil?
Yeah.
When I can reach him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a crazy schedule himself.
Yeah, he's got a crazy schedule. He's
another
all over
story
the
for
place.
another time.
That's right. Well, he did call me to do that Joe Cocker thing with him.
The Joe Cocker tribute thing he was involved in.
And at the time, I wasn't available, so he got Steve Holley to do it.
Steve Holley, the old drummer for
Wings.
Wings with Paul McCartney and Elton John.
That's right.
That's right. We had them in here about a year ago.
Smoking band. The band Smokes.
Kick ass. Kick ass. Yeah. And you're definitely a fellow that can exchange dates with the best of them. We appreciate what you're all about.
Thank you.
Did you bend this?
I cut it because they crack.
Oh, is that what happened?
Right. Don't get me started, or I'm going to have to slander a cymbal company. So they crack. So I grind them down to save them.
All right. All right. I'm noticing a little ding there, and I'm like, uh-oh. What
Not all of us get A endorsements, you know what I mean?
Hey, you're still young in your career. It could happen. Pat Atkins on the drum kit. We thank you so much.
You bet.
You're going to do something with some congas, I think.
Yes, I am.
What are we doing next?
We're doing another original.
What's it called, JP Blues?
One on board.
With the acoustic?
With the acoustic, with this baby, this Martin.
Good instrument, my man.
Thank you.
How you doing? You all right?
I'm good.
It's good to see you again, my man.
Me too.
We've done a few things together, you and me, over the years. I've hosted a few shows in Manhattan that you've come to a few shows with Sam Taylor.
Yeah.
Murray Street Grill, New York City.
Yeah. Good time.
What's the other room? There was another room that we did something with you and Sam. You guys came down and jammed. So many gigs in New York City. Who the hell remembers?
We've done
I bet John Young will remember with his memory.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, for sure. Give him $100. Maybe.
You're lucky you're pretty, John Young. You're lucky you're pretty.
Yeah, exactly.
I say we do it once again on the Long Island Blues Warehouse. We're going to change direction with this week's featured artist. It's JP Blues.
Robs me blindly, you can see. Steals my money, my love, takes everything from me. Well, it's hard to think 7 years not enough for free. But what she doesn't know, I'm using her for my own selfish needs. No, you can't take my love for free, so I decided to take what I need. Your last chance was so long ago. Baby, I'll call you when I'm bored. When I'm bored. She took my new car, crashed it and left it in the street. So I took her Gucci purse, pawned it out and got something to eat. She stole my paycheck, cashed it, went on a spending spree. So I took her new clothes, auctioned them to a cat named Pete. No, you can't take my love for free, so I decided to take what I need. Your last chance was so long ago. Baby, I'll call you when I'm bored. When I'm bored.
Nicely done. This week's featured artist, JP Blues. JP, you have a website which is jpblues.com. While you change guitars. We got time for 2 more, by the way. Okay. We got time for 2 more. If people go to jpblues.com, they can find that new CD. You got a copy over there by you, where you're standing? Yeah. I put mine away. While you're finding it, go to jpblues.com. The CD we're about to show you, you can find at all digital outlets, iTunes. You can get it at jpblues.com. Here it is. What a good-looking guy. Can we get that? Let's get a little peek at that new CD. What a handsome fella in there, huh? Here he's using his guitar as a back scratcher on the back there if you want to check that out. I'm not sure why, but JP Blues, I Will Not Go Quietly, brand new CD. You can get it, as we mentioned, at iTunes and all digital outlets. jpblues.com is the site. You got some upcoming dates, JP?
Oh, we're actually booking some festivals right now. So.
You're working on some festivals?
Yeah, so
some big boy shows.
We'll be letting the schedule out soon.
All right, very cool, very cool. There's something else I want to share with everybody. The National Blues Chart here in the U.S.
Yep.
We're approaching the end of January 2011. You've been on the charts for about 15 weeks now.
Yep.
Still going. A few weeks ago, you were number 4 nationally.
Yep. RMR charts hit number 4.
Number 4 nationally.
Yeah, number 4 nationally.
21-year-old kid, JP Blues, number 4 nationally.
Got a good band over here.
That don't hurt. That don't hurt. You know what? The band behind you has a great front man right over here.
Oh, yeah?
You betcha.
Just wanted to throw that out there. No. On National Blues Charts, number 4 a couple of weeks ago. That's unbelievable, JP. That's unbelievable.
Thanks, man.
So jpblues.com. You want to check them out there as well. We do have time for 2 more, as I mentioned. What are we doing next?
We're going to do another original called How the Tables Have Turned.
All right, well, I say we do it. Once again, on the Long Island Blues Warehouse, we are going to keep it moving with JP Blues.
Different now, since the tables have turned. You thought you'd be the one, Lord, to never get burned. Now the light has come, and to show who's in shame. And through the winds and whispers, they all call you name. Not the person you thought would crash and burn. I'm the one you look for. Will you
got a backache after that one, I swear to God. Nicely done. This week's featured artist, JP Blues. John Young over on the bass. Nicely done, my man. Pat Atkins on the drum kit. We thank you, sir. And JP Blues, guitar and vocals. Nicely done, my man. The website, once again, is jpblues.com. I encourage everybody to go check it out and see what you're all about. And JP, we thank you so much. Thank you. For Mark Klein, I'm the Long Island Blues Warehouse. I encourage you all to go to ekoproductions.com, check out what this studio is all about and see what these people do for a living. And I think you'll appreciate it. We sure do. JP? You're going to play us out, my man.
All right.
What are we going to finish up with?
Title track of the latest CD.
Called?
I Will Not Go Quietly.
You good to go?
We're ready.
Thank you, JP.
Thank you.
One more time, JP Blues.
With a heavy hair, and I thought about leaving town. Could have died if I wanted to, slipped over the edge and drowned. But oh baby, I won't give up so easy alone. Too many tire tracks in the sands of time. Too many love affairs that stop on dying. I think it's time to make some changes round there. Trash it on, whip it up, yeah, I'm gonna shake it up. Oh baby, I will not lie down. Brave enough to be crazy, strong enough to be weak. See all these years of feet of clay, whose mind ships have sprung a leak. And I won't you tell me, darling, just won't you believe it now? Well, come on here, baby, give me a heart attack. I wanna wrap my loving arms around the small of a bag. Pull you right up close to me. Gonna tear the trash off, rip it up, yeah, I'm gonna shake it up. Oh baby, I will not lie down. Turn this thing around. I will not go quietly. I will not lie down. I will not go quietly. I will not lie down. I will not go quietly. I will not lie down. I will not lie Don't you ever get lonely, don't you ever get down, don't you ever get tired of all the wicked tongues in this town. Oh baby, I just wanna take you away from here. I ain't no tiger, afraid of little legs. Explosive mama just to tell me who you think I am. Oh baby, don't you give a damn. Gonna trash it off, whip it up, yeah, I'm gonna shake